warm good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to this chemistry digital class. Hope so you are watching these videos and understanding the concept. Dear students, as I can say today also through my WhatsApp and YouTube channel, that most of the students, they are not watching these videos, or maybe they are not commenting on these videos. So through notification I can see very few students are there, those who are watching these videos seriously. So it's my humble request that at least these videos you must watch, because these videos are always in our YouTube channel, so you can get maximum benefit of these these videos, which is really which will help you to understand the concept in better way. So before going to start today's topic, let's recapitulate. We have started our organic chemistry, and in organic chemistry we studied that we are talking about organic compounds, the reaction that occurs in organic compounds. And in case of organic compounds, we are talking in modern concept the hydrocarbons. Hydrocarbons are organic compounds. These are the compounds of carbon and its derivatives. Okay, and if I will tell you in simplest way, carbon is the basic element which give us whole story about organic compound, and the study of organic compound is called organic chemistry. That's that subject, that branch of chemistry which deal with the study of hydrocarbon. The carbon and hydrogen compounds is called organic compound, and the study of that is called organic chemistry. So hope so you understood. Now here carbon is playing very important role, and if I'll tell little bit history, then 10th class we studied chapter number 4, carbon and its compound, in which we discuss the basic properties of carbon, in which first basic property of carbon is catenation, in which we found that carbon is carbon is that compound which have tendency to form large compound by reacting with itself. It can form large compound in a single chain way. It can produce large compound in a branched way. It can contain large compound by cyclic way. And in my last live class I told you the difference between cyclic and ring. Okay, and it can form large compound of ring, benzene. So that is catenation. With catenation, why it is catenation? Because of tetravalency. Why carbon can show catenation property? Because of tetravalency. Because carbon have tendency to either lose 4 electron to become octet, or by gaining 4 electron. It can lose 4 electron. When it will lose 4 electron, it will charge plus 4, and when it will gain 4 electron from hydrogen to become 8, it will carry negative 4. Okay, so that is tetravalency. Then after that we studied that the carbon have a character of covalency. Covalency means the carbon can bond with carbon, or can bond with hydrogen, or can bond with any other element by mutual sharing of electron, and this mutual sharing of electron is called covalent bond. Okay, that we studied in. So these are the basic. Because of these basic tendency, carbon can make a large compound. And if we'll talk about its derivatives is called functional group. Its derivatives are functional groups, and basically we have a different type of functional group. Some suffix prefix are there: halogen, alkyl, as in last video I told you, alcohol, that is suffix, aldehyde, that is also suffix, carboxylic acid, ketone, that is also suffix, carboxylic acid, that is suffix. Even with this, some cyano group is there, nitrile group, then ether is there, then ester is there. So there are so many derivatives which, or basically these derivatives are called functional group. When these functional group attached with carbon is alkane, alkene, alkyne, 3 type. So it will change the property of carbon, and due to that change, the whole chemistry is going to be giving us information about those changes, those properties, those preparation, and those things. And in my last video I told you about the nomenclature of hydrocarbon, how to give the name to hydrocarbon, or how to give the name to an organic compound. Dear student, please don't be confused whether I am using organic compound or I am using hydrocarbon. It is same thing. Hydrocarbon, in case hydrocarbon, the organic compound is becoming specific, that is the compound of carbon. Okay, so in this particular chapter, the compound of carbon we are talking. So here we discuss the nomenclature, in which I told in the last video how to give the name. Okay, according to IUPAC nomenclature, how to give the name. That rule also, that video you watched and you understood how to give the name, and you did practice also. Now when on Friday I will take your live test tomorrow is your live test. So when I will take your live test, so all these, the question can come from all these topic. Okay, so you must understand and you must practice this thing. If still any problem is there, you can ask me. Okay, so with this topic, recapitulation, I'm going to take next topic today, that is today's topic. And today's video is going to become very, very important, because today I'm going to tell you about the fundamental concept of organic reaction. So let's start today's topic, that is fundamental concept of organic reaction. But before this, let me remind you the basic reactions that we studied in 10th again, that is chapter number 1. Name of the chapter was chemical reaction and equation. So dear students, in that chapter, in chemical reaction and equation, if you remember that, we discussed about how chemical reaction occur. We discussed that some of the compound like hydrogen, carbon, oxygen, or all the element that will first change into in the form of equation, like the hydrogen is written H, carbon is written C, oxygen is written O. Then after that, those equations will react with each other. Like suppose H2O will react with CO2. Okay, in the presence of sunlight, H2O will react with CO2. It will combine and form C6H12O6 plus O2. Then our work was there to balance that equation. I'm talking about 10th syllabus, balance equation. And you know very well how to balancing: reactant side, product side. Reactant side we will write HOC, HOC is there. Product side also we will write HOC. Okay, because the rule is saying like this way: whatever reactant are reacting on reactant side, that will present in product side. But we need to write number. There are 2 hydrogen, 1 plus 2 oxygen, 1 carbon. There are 12 hydrogen, oxygen is 6 plus 2, then carbon is 6. Now you can see here there are 2 hydrogen, there are 12 hydrogen. It means that this need to be multiplied by, this 2 need to be multiplied by 6 to make 6 to the 12, then it will come 12. So that 6 which we have written in front of H, that will be written here. So 6 to the 12, but this made this oxygen also 6, so this 1 6 become oxygen 6. Similar way, when we will talk about the carbon, there is 6, there is 1, so again we will multiply by 6, it becomes 6. So this 6 will be written here now, and this also make this oxygen 6 to the 12, so this will become 12. So total oxygen is 18. Now this side also there are 6 hydrogen, 12 hydrogen, sorry, 6 carbon and oxygen 6. This side it is 2. So it means that here also when we will write 6, this will multiply by 6, 6 to the 12, 12 plus 6, 18. So this will become 18. So in this way we got a balanced equation. But dear student, it was a very simple reaction where combination or decomposition or displacement or double displacement type of reaction we did. But what is the major difference which we are doing? This reaction is called inorganic reaction. Inorganic reaction. But today which reaction I'm going to tell you? I'm going to tell you about the organic reaction. And there is a small difference between organic reaction and inorganic reaction. In case of organic reactions, if we will tell, we need to understand the basic mechanism of organic reaction, which is called fundamental concept of organic reaction mechanism. Okay, which is called fundamental concept of organic reaction mechanism. So today I'm going to tell you about that fundamental concept of organic reactions. So what is that reaction mechanism for? Basically, especially, I'm telling you again, especially organic reaction. If we will talk about organic reaction, so we are talking about organic reaction only. Okay, so the basic mechanism of organic reaction is what? What do you mean by basic mechanism? कोई भी प्रोसेस अगर आपने चलाना है, whether you are preparing a tea, whether you are preparing something, you should have one procedure, you should have one mechanism कि ऐसे चलाना है. Okay, so for that purpose, whenever we are talking about organic reaction, the basic mechanism should be clear. It is a sequential count of each step. It is a sequence में procedure, step by step, a count of each step in which describing detail of electron movement. First, what is it describing? It is describing electron movement. Okay, it is describing first in detail the electron movement, how electron is moving. Second, energetically during bond cleavage and bond formation. During bond formation and bond cleavage, how electron is moving, because organic reaction is totally depending upon the movement of electron. And the rate of transformation of reactant, how speed, how fast that reactant electron is transferring in the reactant into product. That is called reaction mechanism. So if I will tell about the organic reaction, there is an organic molecule. First reactant is organic molecule. Second, the reactant is attacking reagent. It means that one of the reactant will be attacking reagent, more attacking than the subtract. Subtract is your simple hydrocarbon, or if I define subtract, it is the major reactant which is attacked by some other chemical species. Which is a major reactant. It is the major reactant. If word reactant is there, it is a major reactant which is attacked. Now second word is attacked by some other chemical species. So here attacking reagent will attack on some other chemical species which attack the subtract. That is called attacking reagent. That is also one kind of reactant which is playing a very crucial role to form a product. Now when the organic reaction or organic molecule will attack by any attacking reagent, those attacking reagent can be of two type. It can be nucleophile, ये सब नए वर्ड है आपके, nucleophile और electrophile. It can be nucleophile or electrophile. Nucleophile will attack direct on nucleus. Nucleus is what in hydrocarbon? That is carbon. Nucleophile will attack on carbon. Electrophile will attack on electron, hydrogen. This is the difference. So after attacking reagent, the organic molecule will somewhere change its property and it will form intermediate in between. Intermediate is the mediator that will give us idea whether the product is going to be formed directly or by a product. In case of direct product, we will get the result. In case of byproduct, we will get some other product, then it will come to the product. Okay. Cleavage. Then cleavage is what? Cleavage is when bond is going to break down. Bond will break down into two ways. One is heterolytic cleavage. Hetero is, now when hetero word is there, the hetero word is giving you not, I can say same, not same. Okay. And when homo word is there, it means that it is same. So in here homo, here hetero. So heterolytic cleavage is breaking down of bond. If it will give, it is the breaking down of bond. After breaking down bond, when the compound is not similar, then it is heterolytic cleavage. When compound is similar, then it is called homolytic cleavage. Heterolytic cleavage is giving us carbocation and carboanion. Now let me tell you carbo. Carbo means carbon. When any compound will break from between carbon and carbon. Okay. Then when carbon is breaking on carbon, when positive charge is there. When on any carbon positive charge is there, cation mean positive charge, carbon mean carbon. When on a carbon after cleavage it is carrying positive charge, that compound is called carbocation. On the other hand side, when carbon having negatively charged, now anion is what? Anion is negative charge. So when carbon have negative charge, the negatively charged carbon is called carboanion. Okay. So this is very important to understand. Carbocation is positively charged carbon. Carboanion is negatively charged carbon. Now free radical, when equal, suppose you know very well, the bond is formed by two electrons. When carbon will take their own individual electron and both the carbon have single electron, that electron is called free because it is free. Now whether it can donate to anyone. Free radicals, that is called free radical. Now nucleophile, I told you, it is electron rich, it can donate electron rich molecule substance is called nucleophile. Okay. And electrophile is somewhere electron deficient, it required electron, that is called electron file. Okay. Now let's understand it in detail. Now according to my book, first let us clear the meaning of subtract, reagent and cleavage. Subtract is what? Is the major reactant which is attacked by some other chemical species, Isko attack kiya jayega. Reagent is what? This is the species which attack. It is which attack. And fission is of two types, as I told, heterolytic and homolytic. In case of heterolytic, when a covalent bond joining two atoms, A or B, and breaks in such a way that both the electron of the covalent bond, that is shared pair, are taken away by any one of the bonded atom. Suppose when A and B, let the A and B are two carbon. When these two carbon is, for example, A and B are two carbon. When the two carbon have is bonded with by a mutual sharing of electron, you know that covalent bond, when it will break down and one of the suppose one of the elements, suppose this carbon will take both the electron and this carbon doesn't have any electron. So on this carbon there is a negative charge. Now that carbon who will take electron, that will carry negative charge, and second carbon which is not having any electron, that will carry positive charge. When A is more electronegative than B, then A will take that electron. If B is more electronegative than A, then B will take both the electron. At that point A have positive charge. When A have positive charge, it is heterolytic. Mean बराबर electron distribute नहीं हुए, that is called heterolytic. So in that case, two condition came. One, it create carbocation. Second, it create carboanion. So carbocation is also called carbonium. It is defined as the group of atom which contain positive charge. This is very important. Which contain positive charge carbon having only 6 electron. Positive charge carbon having only 6 electron, 2 electron is less. It is obtained by heterolytic cleavage or fission. For example, CH3Br. If you will take CH3Br, so you can see between, let me make the CH3. It is CH3. Then electron is there, electron pair is there, and bromine. Now in electron pair case, what will happen? Bromine is more electronegative, so bromine can take both the electron, and on bromine, on CH3, it will carry positive charge, then on bromine it will carry negative charge. Then when on bromine it will carry negative charge, CH3 on C it will positive charge because carbon का electron भी bromine ले जाएगा, तो CH3 is carbocation. That time methyl carbocation. Okay, you can see each carbon should bonded with 4 hydrogen, but here because of less number of electron, carbon remain without hydrogen. That is called carbocation. And in carbocation it has a planar geometry. It is sp2 hybridized. If I'll talk structure, 1 carbon 3 hydrogen is there. It means that somewhere 1 less hydrogen is there, that make the carbon p orbital vacant. Because of that less number of hydrogen, there is no hydrogen, so p orbital of carbon will remain vacant. Because of that, the hybridization of carbocation will be sp2 instead of sp3. Okay, sp3 hybridization will always there when 4 bond is there, 1 2 3 4th bond. But here because of less number of 1 electron less, there is no 4th bond. That's why hybridization is sp3. So carbocation has a flat structure having all 3 covalent bond in one plane with bond angle 120. And you know very well 360 is the overall reflex angle. When it will divide into 3, it will remain 120 bond. There are 3 types of carbocation. It appear the first type of carbocation is methyl carbocation. That is one single positive charge is there. Second is primary carbocation, when one side there is one CH3. It can be CH3, C2H5, कुछ भी हो सकता है R. Secondary carbocation is when 2R is there, and tertiary carbocation is when 3R is there. Okay, so this is types of carbocation. If I'll tell the stability, tertiary is more reactive than secondary, than primary, than without alkyl group. Okay, more the number of alkyl group, more will be dispersed of charges and more will be stability. Got my point? More the R group, 3R group is there. That's why it is more stable. Then 2R group stable, then 1R group without R group. Okay. Second, if I'll tell about the carboanion, dear student, carboanion is what? These are the species which have trivalent carbon atom which have negative charge. So negative charge is there. Because of this negative charge, carboanion is name word is anion, and it is surrounded by octet of electron. अब 2 electron extra आ गए, तो hybridization will be sp3 because now 4 side electron is there. Now 3 hydrogen is there, 1 lone pair is there. Why lone pair? Because now in place of any electron, I can say the carbon has took that HHH. Carbon has taken both the electron, and carbon will charge negatively charged. Okay, this will be the negatively charged. That's why carboanion. So this, because of this 2 extra electron which is taken by carbon from hydrogen, that is making lone pair, and this bond is sp3 orbital, and that is called methyl carbanion. If you will talk about stability, it is opposite to carboanion. In case of carbocation, you see the stability is tertiary is greater than secondary than primary. This is called tertiary. This is secondary. This is primary. This is without. Whereas here in carboanion, you can see it is without alkyl is greatest, then primary, then secondary, and tertiary. More the alkyl, less will be the carbon ion. Larger number of alkyl group attached to the negatively charged carbon atom, greater will be the electron density of the carbon atom, and if lower will be the electron density of the carbon atom, lower will be the stability. This is about heterolytic. As we studied that in homolytic there are free radical, nucleophile and electrophile. So let's discuss about homolytic. If a covalent bond break in such a way that each carbon atom takes away one electron of the shared pair, it is called homolytic fission or cleavage. It is indicated by a fish arrow. In case of fish arrow, one electron is taken by both the compound and equal electron it is distributing. That's why it is called homolytic. Homo means same. It is same with same number of electron. That's why it is producing free radical. Now free radical is the neutral chemical species which contain an odd and unpaired electron, dear students. These all concepts need to be clear, then only you can understand the organic reactions. So Rx, if we will talk about Rx can be CH3Cl. In the presence of Hb sunlight, it will change into CH3 dot plus Cl dot. Alkyl radical stability is CH3 is smaller than CH2, CH3 ethine, then isopropyne, then similar way neopropyne. Okay, larger number of alkyl group attached to the carbon atom, it carry the odd electron, and greater is the delocalization. That's why it is more stable in the free radical. Second, nucleophile. Nucleophile is nucleus seeking. It means that whatever neutral or negatively charged species which is attacking hydrocarbon, these are capable of acting as a donor electron pair. This is Lewis base. For example, if we will take an example, Y is a nucleophile. Why? Because it is more electron rich than the X. So that's why R will break the bond from X and it will attach with Y. And you can see it is like a displacement reaction. But X, which took one electron, that will carry negatively charged. That is called nucleophile. Because here Y has attacked direct on nucleus. Nucleus is carbon. R means CH3. Okay, it direct attack on. So there are two type of nucleophile. There is neutral nucleophile and charged nucleophile. These things you need to learn because it will come so many times. NH3 amino, primary amine, secondary amine, tertiary amine, water, alcohol and ether. These are example of neutral nuclei. Charged nucleophile, cyano, hydroxide, halogen, ester, or I can say thio, then acetate or ethine. These are example of charged nucleophile. Electrophile, it is electron seeking. It means that it can take electron. Neutral or positively charged species are electron deficient and they are capable to accepting a pair of electrons. These are behaving as Lewis acid. For example, Y is electrophile. Why? Because here R will take electron from X. The difference is there. In this case, in the case of nucleophile, X took electron from R, but in case of here R took electron from, and because of this R have extra electron and Y want electron, so Y will attach with R due to that electron which R has taken, but it left the X positive, whereas in previous that X was negative. So there are also neutral and charged electrophile like neutral and charged nucleophile, BF3, AlCl3, SO3, FeCl3, SiCl4, and these are such example of neutral and charged neutral. Now dear student, where this will help, which today we have studied, it will help in our next chapter also and in our future classes also, how organic reaction will be occur. Organic reaction occur on the basis of homolytic and heterolytic fission. This is we have studied, and if we will tell in recapitulation, heterolytic cleavage will convert into already we studied carbocation and carboanion. It forms carbocation and carboanion, where carbon will charge positive and carbon will charge negative. Whereas in homolytic cleavage, there is free radical. It depends on nucleophile and electrophile. Free radical is where when carbon will take equal number of electron. Nucleophile when it is electron rich substance, and it is electron seeking substance. So this is all about from my side today. Hope so you understood this fundamental concept of organic reaction, and you will keep this mechanism in mind in future classes also. So some of the reaction we will do after this. So thanks for watching this video, and if still some problem is there, if any problem you will face, so please do call me, and try to watch this video 2-3 times. Definitely something you will learn. Thank you. Have a nice day.